Hello isopod fans, what's the king of isopods? Well, in this video, you're going to find out.
The isopod vlog.
I know. A few weeks ago I did a video and I said this. Is it this? Is it rubber duckies?
Good call. That could be considered the king of isopods. But for me personally, I love the cuberis, but they don't rank in the top 2 or 3 of my favorite isopods.
And today we're going to look at one of the isopods that I consider one of my top 2 or 3 isopods. Let's go ahead and take a look at these Porcellio expansus, and I think you're going to be impressed. Let's get a closer view of these guys. I said Porcellio expansus was the king of isopods, and I'll throw that link right here so you can watch that video. It's not. This is the king right here. But first, before we do that, I have a special package. Hey, UPS girl, can I get that package? Nice toss. Thank you.
And the video, a big thumbs up.
Thanks, Crystal. I got something very special, and it looks like it's already been opened. But this is from Aquarimax Pets, and I'll put their link for Russ down in the description below. Let's take a look at this. I am very psyched about this. Russ said that this was coming in. Check that out. What do you think? Russ does a great job with his videos and his channel, and this shirt is outstanding. So, is the king of all isopods the rubber ducky? Is it Hoffmannsegii? Is it dairy cows? What do you think the king of isopods is? Leave your comment below. Well, it's not rubber duckies. We've got to get rid of this shirt. Let's put Russ's new shirt on. Let's see if I can do this right. Ready? That's better. I think this will work. What do you think? What a great shirt. Thank you very much, Russ from Aquarimax Pets. Make sure, isopod fans, you visit his channel because he has an amazing assortment of isopod videos too. And if you remember in that Porcellio expansus video, I mentioned that I would be giving away a button or a magnet to somebody that put a comment in that video. And we have a winner. I pulled the name just a little bit earlier. We had a lot of people putting their comments in about what their thoughts were for the king of isopods. And again, this is from Jesse McCoy of Isopods of Eden. And the winner is Joshua Lapham. Joshua, I'll be in contact, or you can contact me, and we'll make arrangements for you to get this really cool button. So we have a lot of choices between the king of isopods, between Hoffmannsegii, or rubber duckies, or dairy cows, or zebras, or clowns, or just about any of the isopods. Whatever your favorite is your favorite. That's the way it is. Mine, personally, is Porcellio ornatus high yellow. I just love the yellows in that isopod. Love Hoffmannsegii, love a lot of different isopods, but today we're going to talk about Porcellio magnificus. So why do I think Porcellio magnificus is the king of isopods? There's 2 reasons. Number 1, they're orange. I love orange. My logo is orange. Orange is my favorite color. And the second reason, some say Porcellio magnificus is the biggest isopod. Now, in my mind, I still think that Porcellio Hoffmannsegii is a little bit bigger, at least in my colonies. But Porcellio magnificus is magnificent and huge. I purchased Porcellio magnificus a little bit over a year ago from Brittany, the isopod chick, and they turned out just perfect. They were just great. And here's the 4th isopod that we purchased. We actually purchased this isopod before the other 3 in an auction that Brittany had put on Facebook. You can see the different specimens that I purchased. This was a group of 10. I think Brittany sent over 11 instead. Thank you, Brittany. This is Porcellio magnificus. Very, very large isopod. Space, I think it's going to take off on us and hide. Quickly scampering over the wood. Bye-bye, little isopod. They were a nice size. They weren't full adults. They were growing up. They weren't little tiny mankai either. But unfortunately, over that year, I lost several of them. I got down to about 4 or 5, and I was really worried I wouldn't see any babies, and I would have to start over in this group. I actually got down to 4, and I had a male and 3 females, luckily. And the group took off a little bit, and now I have about 18. Very happy with that. I'm hoping those grow up and they can reproduce and I can build up this colony. This is not an easy isopod. All of the Porcellio Spanish isopods, the larger ones, like Bolivare, Magnificus, Expansus, they're difficult. They take time, they have very special requirements, and we'll talk about that in just a second, and they're just not easy whatsoever. This group requires a lot of humidity. They require a setup that has some moist area, but not a lot, and a lot of dry area. They like to be off the substrate, and the best way to do that is with a concave piece of wood. They're just like every other isopod. They need dried wood, decaying wood, they need some hide area, a moisture area, a dry area, and good ventilation. That should be 90% of their diet. We also supplement ours with vegetables like zucchini and pumpkins and squash, and feed a variety of proteins like dried mealworms or dried fish, and we certainly feed a lot of the supreme isopod chow. Here's the secret with these giant Spanish isopods, the Porcellio. I don't miss their enclosure. Instead, I'll add water right to the sphagnum moss, but I'll put it to the side, not on top of the sphagnum moss, just in case there's some isopods right on top. You can see from this enclosure I have 2 holes on top and I have 4 holes on the sides, and those holes are mostly away from the moist area. I'm really excited about working with this animal. I really think it's one of my top, probably 3 or 4 favorite isopods. I hope that I've convinced you today. This is just such a beautiful animal. I'm going to be working with my colony and certainly hope that it grows in the near future. What do you think? Is Porcellio magnificus the king of isopods? If you think so, put a comment below. If you don't think so, if you have your favorite isopod, leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Like Crystal said, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification all. Thanks for watching.